Hello everyone, my name is Mike
And Zoe.
and we are going to do episode 11 today.
Correct.
So there was one thing that I wanted to do right away that I couldn't remember how to do, which is how to make it so that the score has a comma in the thousands, and we need to use string format.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we can simply insert the format into when we go sum to string. So
Okay.
let's go and take a look. If you go right here, where's our score? Update score texts. That's the one, to string. Now
Mhm.
type quote,
Quote.
squiggly bracket,
Squiggly bracket.
0,
0.
colon,
Colon.
0.
0.
My bad, n, go back by one, n,
N.
0,
0.
squiggly bracket, closed,
Squiggly bracket.
close the quote. Wait a moment, I think we've overwritten that round bracket. So round bracket over here. Okay, save, test. So let's test it out right away. Right away. Hit play. All right.
You hit.
Whoa, nope.
50, no, it says.
Nope. Okay, so I think we need to do it a bit differently. And yes, I think I know. Okay, so right here,
Okay.
I'm gonna type string dot lowercase. Yes. String. That's fine. Dot format. Open round. Now cut this. Paste it here. Put a comma.
Whoa, sorry.
Yeah, without
Except
the
that
M
M
ideally.
is still there.
And you remove this bit.
Okay.
Maybe you need an extra bracket. Yeah, close the bracket. Save. Time to test. Let's
Table.
hope I didn't get it wrong again. I don't think so though. It should work now. There we go. Okay, well we need to make more points. So hit space.
I like our board. It's colorful.
Alright.
7.
7.
Normal.
Yeah, hit it.
That's
We
not
need
enough.
we need to do some overtaking here. Yeah,
Overtake.
oh, that's a 4.
Bah.
Boing into the mine. Okay, there's an overtake for sure now.
Yep, they're gonna overtake the yellow person.
Ooh, 2 overtakes.
Bonk. Bonk, bonk.
Ah,
Oh, still
it.
not enough.
come on, do a 12 so you get enough overtake. Oh yes,
That was a 7.
that's enough.
One.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, see, there's a comma on 1100. Good.
Mm.
All right,
It works.
we've sorted it out. So that was the first thing I wanted to do. Now the second thing we need to do, as I promised for this particular episode, is we need to give a better way for players to know what's happening to them when they land on certain tiles and so on. And for that, what?
Maybe we could add a piece of text.
Possibly, yeah. I think what we need to do is we need to add some kind of special effect every time you land on something.
Okay.
And for that, we are going to create a particle system. So that's going to be a
Particle
bit painful. Yeah, I don't think you've done this before, so it's going to
No.
be special.
You have done it only.
Right. Okay, so let's go take a look at it. Look at it.
Oh, yeah, these.
Right there. Ah! All right, so you go to, well, let's set it to 0, 0,
Is this
0.
Unity's bug again?
That it likes to put things in completely random places.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a bug, it just does it. I think it's a bug when you duplicate. You see, this is the weird bug. The rotation is so very, very, very close to a number, but not quite that. Anyway, so what we're going
Do
to
these
do...
have a light source?
No. No, they're just particles. So what we're going to do is, say for example, let's start with the mine. That's fairly easy.
And we should also color it the color of the tile.
Well, maybe, I don't know. I think the mine should explode in a fiery mess.
Mm-hmm.
So let's decide what to do. So there's loads of parameters here, right?
Yes.
Well, first of all, rename this one to mine explosion or something. So yeah, hit enter. Explosions are usually made of basically 2 parts. One is a big flash, and the other one is some kind of expulsion of smoke, right? So we're gonna start with the smoke.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is we're gonna select color over lifetime here. We're gonna expand it. We're gonna choose a color. Now there's various pre-done things on my PC, but we're gonna pretend they're not there. So we're gonna start with a color that makes sense for an explosion.
Red.
It's usually very, very bright. So we're gonna go with some kind of orange.
There.
And then over time, it should transition to some kind of red. Right? Now, this should be much faster, so we're gonna reduce its lifetime to 1. Even less. Let's do 0.2.
Now it's just those little
Too small.
squares.
Yeah, that's fine. No, they're right here. You can see this.
Yeah.
Right? If you increase the amount of emissions to like 200, right? Like
It actually
this.
looks like fire now.
Yes, more or less. Right? So, what we're going to do now is we are going to actually decrease their size a little bit because we don't need them. Whoa, hello. I've increased the size. It looks like a nuke. Okay, decrease the size a little bit, and we can decrease how close to a certain starting point they are. So we go to shape and reduce the radius of the cone like this.
Now it's just a little upward burst of fire.
Yes. Well, right now it keeps on going. We're going to change that. The way we change that is here where it says rate over time, we add a burst and we turn off the rate over time. So now we go like this, see?
Mm-hmm.
And it just does one burst and it goes boom, and that's it. So if in a burst we do say 50, okay?
How is there a way to press it other than press and restart all the time?
Not necessarily, because it's not supposed to loop. It's supposed to go only once. So now I'm going to increase
No,
the
like
lifetime.
if you press space or something, maybe. it will
Not to
restart.
my knowledge. So I've increased its length. That's because there's another change we need to do here. I'm going to click up here, and you see the alpha, it's 255.
Yes.
I'm going to take the last one and reduce it. So
Bye-bye.
they start going transparent over time. See?
Mm-hmm.
And we can increase the start speed. Actually, we're also going to increase probably the shape. Yeah, well, let's leave it on a cone, but increase the angle. Look, so I make it fatter, like that. Say 40, 60. I mean, let's see. Boom. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's see if we can get more of the emission. Let's say 100. Okay, and let's see if we can make it go different speeds at start. So we're gonna say random between two constants and speed 4 and 3. Let's see. See, now it's a little bit more comfy. We're also gonna put some gravity, just a little bit, which means I think you need to go negative. No, negative goes up.
Whoa.
So let's put gravity of 1. So it starts falling down a bit. Maybe even too much. So let's put like 0.5. Okay. Now I do think that the speed is still a little high, so let's try 1 and 3 instead.
Okay.
We don't want to spend, yeah, that's okay, right? We don't want to spend ages making this pretty, right? The people on the other side can take care of this. So that's just 1. You go boom, just like that. It seems okay, right? We don't want to start delay, start lifetime. We want to do this random between two constants as well, and we're gonna say, for example, 1 and 2, for instance. So some of them survive a lot longer. Should be okay. What else have we got? Rotations, we don't care. Start size, we want a bit of randomness there too. So we're gonna say start size 1 and 0.5. Let's see what we get. Yes, I think it's a bit better. Okay. I think that's sufficient for this particular part. Let's see how it works on our scene view over here. So you see it's not going vertical enough. I think I'm gonna reduce the cone angle to say 30. Let's see
30.
now.
Let's see now.
Yes, let's see how it
The
works.
amount of falling doesn't make it look much like an explosion.
Yeah, well, the falling happens like, look at this screen instead. Yeah, it feels too slow now that I've put it that way. So we're gonna try a start speed of 3 to 5 again.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah. I mean, it's a bit extreme, it's a bit exaggerated, so I'm gonna reduce the size 0.3 to 0.5 so they're smaller.
Okay.
Okay, that's enough. Let's leave it like this. I'm probably, you know what? I'm gonna change the simulation speed because you can actually make it go faster without changing any of these, like that. Yeah, I think it's better. It's more arcadey, right? So that's fine. Just like that. All right, sounds good. Now we're gonna duplicate this one and insert it inside itself. Rename this one to Flash.
Okay.
Hit enter.
Flash.
Okay, now that we got a flash, this one needs to behave completely differently. So we're gonna go to the renderer. Well, first of all, emission needs to have a count of 1. Second of all, it needs to have a start lifetime that's incredibly short, and we're gonna leave it on constant this time. Start speed constant 0. Start size constant, say 10. I'm exaggerating a bit, but let's see how it looks like. You saw it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see, it's affected by gravity. We don't want that. We want it to stay still.
But it's not in the same place as the...
It is. It's just that it's a billboard. We need to change it to a horizontal billboard.
Ew.
I think at least. Let's see. Okay, I can't
It's
see it
gone?
now. No, it's there, but we need to move it up just a little bit. So we're gonna move it up on the y-axis. Maybe it's on the z-axis. I never remember. Yes, it's on the z-axis. So let's do 0.1. Okay, now you can see it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so you see the materials called default particle.
That's
We need
true.
to create a few materials.
Okay.
So go ahead and duplicate board. Who cares? Yeah, duplicate board and rename this one to PFX underscore and go particles, whatever. Particles. Hit enter. Okay, now before we continue, I'm gonna change the shader on this one. I'm gonna go to
Particles?
yeah, you can do that, and you go to additive. That one should do.
Okay.
Okay, and the texture that it used by default is this one. That's the default particle.
Okay.
So you go to mine explosion now, down to the renderer, and give it the particles.
It's a default
Yeah,
particles.
it's fairly similar. It's brighter because it's additive, but it's fine. We're gonna leave it like that.
It
Okay.
also looks more explosive.
Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna keep it. Maybe we can make the red a little bit darker. There. Should do. Okay. And you know what? I think I want to add more of these particles. So let's go to 200. There. It's a little bit more oomphy. Right? I wonder. It feels to me like it's going too far. The starting speed bothers me. Let's try with 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Yeah. And then maybe the gravity is a bit excessive too. I went to 0.2. Okay, let me 0.3. Okay. Yeah. Still not fast enough. I wonder if the simulation speed on 3. There. Let's do it this way. Boom. Okay, so flash. Now let's look at the flash. For the flash, we want another one of these materials. So duplicate this one.
Okay.
Yeah, rename this one Flash.
Flash.
Hit enter. Okay. I know. It's the gray tint here. So let's take a look again. To add this material over here. Particles. If I change this to white, let's see how it looks like. It may look a bit extreme. I can't see it. Yeah, it's very bright. Yeah, I think I preferred it before. So let's hit Control Z. Okay, there we go. Let's leave it that way. Now the flash one. Let's see if we have another sprite we can use for it. I mean these are all the default ones, so this isn't ideal. But
What are these?
I'm not sure gradients. So let's use the knob here. Let's see how it looks like. Well, for now we need to assign the thing.
Mm-hmm.
PFX flash. There. You see it?
Yes. That knob
Okay,
in
so
the
the
middle.
reason why it's happening more rarely, it's because its simulation speed is slower. Right. Now it's fine.
flash is
Now
in-
what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it go larger over time. So we're gonna say size over lifetime. And we're gonna say this is linear, we're gonna say very much and then slow down. Yeah, don't touch the microphone.
Sorry.
That's okay. Okay, so for this, I think we're gonna go with a brighter color on the yellow.
Brighter color in the yellow.
There. So this. Yeah. And we may give it a bit of a shorter lifetime. Yeah, let's try with 1.
Okay.
Maybe even 0.5. Okay, even better. Yeah, let's go even smaller. 0.2. Yeah, it's a bit too much. 0.5. There. I like it. See? Toom. Toom. This is what happens when you hop on a mine. Okay?
Yes, but don't we need to call it?
Yeah, we're gonna have to instantiate it and then start it. We're also gonna give it a new script that we're gonna create just for this, and we're also gonna create another part to the whole thing. So there's the thing. It's fine. And what we're going to do is we're gonna create another child, and this time the child is going to be a text. So let's go to the board UI, duplicate score 0. Drag it to mine explosion right here, okay, and rename this one to caption. Yeah, hit enter. Okay, so the caption, we're gonna put it at position 0, 0, and 0. So it's right there, and it's inside things. It's also too large. So we're gonna start by reducing the width dramatically, like this is pretty good, 1.5 I think. Height can be reduced a bit too, so let's go 0.8. Okay, and now we're gonna put the position further up, like so.
Mine, will it fly up to the or disappear?
Yes, so we're gonna put it to 0.3, but anyway, we'll worry about that later. So it's still got a rotation of 30, it's using exactly the same rotations as the other ones, and I think that's pretty good because it kind of stares into camera. Okay, and in order to get it closer to us, we move it like this. Yeah, sure. Okay, undo this, Control Z. Okay, so we've got a caption, we've got everything, perfect. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create a, we're going to remove the loop. That's very important. You remove looping from there, looping from here, and it also says a play on awake. We're going to remove that too. We're going to play it when we want to. Okay, that sounds good. So now we have a thing, we can turn it into a prefab. So let's go ahead and pull it into our prefabs. And there's our mine explosion. Fantastic. Okay, delete it.
Bye-bye.
And now we are going to go with the game manager again, where all of our power-ups are. And let's see where they are, because I can't remember. Okay, here are the game scores for the various power-ups. And we should probably use these for our particle effects as well. It may be, well, maybe tile type. Yeah, we can use one of these. So so how many do we have? We have 6. Okay, so we're going to create a public game object array right here. So go public game object array. And call this one a tile, a pfx underscore tiles, never capital, pfx lowercase, pfx underscore tiles, semicolon, save. Okay, so now we're gonna have the pfx for tiles. Let's see our tiles up here. We have standard, refuel, mine, no breaks, and breakdown. So that's the order. So now in game manager, we're gonna wait for a bit. There, it woke up. Let's rename this mine explosion to pfx underscore mine explosion.
Do you want capital?
Yeah, it's an object, so pfx underscore mine explosion. That's good. Okay, now game manager, down here there's pfx tiles. We said we have 6. Actually, yes, I think that's 6. So standard.
Start standard refuel.
So standard refuel, and then it should be mine. Yes, mine is what number? 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3.
3, 4, 5.
There we put it right there. So we'll be able to call it whenever we need to. Okay. Now we need to create a new script to manage that visual effect so it destroys it after it's done. Okay, so we're gonna create C# script and name this one pfx underscore self manager.
You had this one before.
Yeah, I make these all the time. Hit enter. Okay, so we got pfx self manager, and we are going to go to our prefab pfx mine explosion, add a component, type pfx. There it is. So the self manager is now here. I'm gonna drag it all the way up because it's really uncomfortable to see it that far down, even though we're never gonna look at it practically speaking, but there it is. All right, so now let's have Visual Studio wake up, know its solution, okay, and now we can go and open it. There it is, nice and empty. Clear this, we don't need it. Okay, hit enter once, save. All right, so the first thing we're going to have is a few variables. So we need a private particle system, and you can call it pfx. There's loads of them, so you need to write more letters. System. Yeah. Actually, I normally call this one PS, so space PS. Now for this, we're going to take the parent particle system, okay? Because one thing you should know is that all of the particle systems that are children of a certain parent are connected to the parent. So if you start the parent, every other one will start alongside it.
Okay.
That is every child.
I did not know.
Well, now you do. Hit enter one more time. And you want to create a private.
Private.
Okay, and this time you want to write something a bit different than usual, and I'll explain it. You want to write TM Pro, capital T, capital M, capital Pro. Dot Text Mesh Pro.
How can we? We're not doing.
Just trust me. Dot Text Mesh Pro. Text Mesh Pro. Yeah, there. Space. And call this one TM or something. Semicolon. Okay, so you have the way you can do it is you can, without using the library, you can go to it if you're only going to do it for one thing, right? By the way, Unity always includes collections and generic, right? Now generic has lists, collections is other stuff I can never remember. Point being, these are often not used, and that's why they're grayed out. So if you go to our die wheel, you'll see collection generic is never used, so you can actually get rid of it, so you make your code leaner. Right, let's take a look at player. It's not using either collections or generic. We can get rid of it, right? But we now don't have access to lists, so we need to understand this, okay? And we can get rid of these.
So if we're gonna make a list, we gotta put it back.
We gotta put system collections generic back. And I don't remember what system collections has, but it's stuff. Okay, save ever. I'm just gonna save
This is
everything.
using system collections?
No, this one is, yeah, it's using system collections. I don't know where or on what.
Enumerators, maybe?
Coroutines is my guess.
Maybe.
Yeah, coroutines usually should belong to that, so let's try and see. Yeah, enumerators, coroutines don't exist without collections. So save. Okay.
There's a lot of our code that does not have enumerators.
Well, eventually we will, probably. We'll see. All right, so we've got the particle system ready. We've got the text mesh ready. All right, now create a public void.
Delete this one then.
Oh yeah, you can delete both of them. We're not gonna need them.
We've only got Unity Engine.
I don't know actually. No, that's a lie. We're gonna need a coroutine. So save. Are we gonna need a coroutine? Maybe. We'll see. Let's leave them both for now. There. Okay, so what you want to do now is we're going to write a new function, public void setup. Setup with a capital S. Request a int call it int what are we doing? Well, yeah, int effect type. No, you've already got int.
Oh, I thought you meant the
my
variable.
bad. Effect type. Or just effect. Just effect. Just effect. Yeah. Close the bracket.
Effect.
You're one of the 3 people in North America that knows how to spell effect without saying affect with an A.
Oh.
That's a lie, but I'm joking. Yeah, it's
Hey, why is that blue?
I'm not sure, because we've removed it, then added it, then removed it or something. Not sure. Probably in clipboard. No, that makes no sense. I don't know. No idea. All right, so setup. What are we gonna do when we set up? Well, we are going to need a bool. Private bool setup. Lowercase, obviously. Bool setup. Semicolon.
Which means we're gonna need an if, I think.
At the end, you go setup equals true.
Maybe not.
Yeah, we are. Not minus, equals.
Oops, sorry.
Equals true. Okay, and now we're also going to need a void. Let's call this one just update. Open, close. Yeah, it's it's already done it for you.
I did that.
Yeah. Private is implicit. Okay, save. It's implicit in variables as well, but old habits die hard. Okay,
if
so
it's implicit in variables, then why do we put it in variables?
That's what I just told
and
you.
don't put it in updates?
Old habits die hard. Anyway, you can change that when you're old enough. For now, your choices belong to me. Sorry. Okay, so go
That's
if setup. Setup.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm slow. There.
You're like James May. You're Captain Slow. Okay, go up by 1. Now you say if PS. I remember why we need a coroutine. PS dot is plain, and put a not in front. So put an exclamation mark here. Close the bracket. Open it. Yeah. Destroyed game object.
Wait, we just said.
Destroy.
Sorry. Destroy.
Yeah, all of this needs to be changed now because I remember what we need to do. No, lowercase game object. Yeah, that means destroy self. Okay, save. All right, so this means that after the thing has stopped playing and we've been set up, it will destroy itself. So when we set up right here, you want to say ps dot play. Open, close, round, semicolon. That's nice and easy. Now for the TM though, we need to make some setups. Now the game manager is going to need another variable, which is how these effects are called, right? And I do think we need another enum, even though it's going to look again extremely similar. Maybe we can use score type. It's probably better. So let's take a look. Is landmine still 3? Oh yes, it is. And crossover take is 6. So let's go back to Unity here and tell our buddy game manager that there's not 6 but 7 of us.
Except
7 of us. Numlock is off. Okay, so 7 of us done. And now that there's 7, what we're gonna do is we're also gonna create a string. So go here and go. Actually, I don't think this needs to be public. Can be serialized. Yeah. So copy. Yes, copy this, paste it here, paste it again, undo. Okay, and here go string array and call this one pfx names underscore names. Why lowercase this time?
oh
this
yeah,
in uppercase.
inconsistency.
Inconsistency is not nice. Save.
That's true.
Alright, so now it should appear right here. And now
We did inconsistency with our colors too. We usually have green before yellow.
no, it depends on the turn.
Why did it just remove everything?
No, this is a different one. PFX
yeah.
names. Alright, so the first one is
Start.
cross start. Alright, so go ahead. Lap. type lap. Just lap. L-A-P. Right? Because you've done a lap.
Wait, let's put an exclamation mark. Then there's standard.
Well, let's see what we got here. Standard. So we should do something cool. Let's see. Something
Boring.
like
It is just a standard.
something like just something like nice.
Nice.
No exclamation marks, just nice.
Nice.
All right. And the next one is refuel. Go again. And the next one is mine.
Boom, we can first.
Yeah, go boom with an exclamation mark. Then we got no brakes. Uh-oh. Just O-H.
Wait, no brakes is the one that makes you go forward.
Yeah.
What if you let it abide?
You just go uh-oh. And then there's
But what if it's uh-oh and there's nothing in front or something good?
yeah, just uh-oh and nothing happens. So uh-oh is risky. Right, land on breakdown. So on the breakdown we're gonna say skip a turn.
Done. Skip.
Now the last one is overtake. Exclamation mark. Save. Okay, so we got all of the names that we can then use, right? We got the names and we've got the colors based on the player. So we're actually going to need another ID here. So add another int. So go int and go PID. P stands for player. PID. Capital I, capital D, comma. Yeah. Save. So one thing we'll change is cut this. We're gonna make it optional. If we want to make it optional, it needs to go at the end. Paste and go equals -1. So by default there is no player ID, and if there is no player ID, we are simply going to use a different color for the font.
Okay.
Okay, so now we got all of the information we need. We can get started. So here you want to do tm dot set text.
Set.
Open a round bracket, and you say game manager dot script
Game manager script.
dot pfx the problem is they are serialized. Yeah, I mean it's good that they're serial, but they're not public, so make these public.
Serial makes them visible in the inspector but not accessible to other scripts, right?
Yeah. Save. Okay, so pfx again, just type pfx, it'll know. No,
Oh, whoa.
script dot pfx. There it is. Names, open a square bracket, and feed it effect. Close the square bracket, close the round bracket, semicolon. Now enter, and you go tm dot, I think it's set color. No, it's not there. Try with just
Color.
try with color. There it is. Okay, now open no equals. Alright, so let's think this through. For the color we need the PID, but what if the PID is negative? We've got a problem. Do you want to learn a new way of writing ifs? It looks
What?
really weird.
What's the new way?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, open a round bracket.
Huh?
Open a round bracket.
Okay.
Type PID.
Okay.
Yeah. Lower than 0.
Huh?
Space. No. Space, question mark. Told you it's new.
Where's the question mark though? Yes, I think it's over here.
Question mark. Okay, so that means if PID is lower than 0, then space, color.white. Yeah. Now colon.
Colon?
Yeah. And now you say game manager dot script dot colors, I think. Dot colors, I think we call them. Player colors, open a square bracket, PID. Close the square bracket, close the round bracket, semicolon. Save.
That was weird.
Well, so what this means, it's the abbreviated version of an if, and the question mark stands for the condition being true, and the colon stands for the condition being false. So this is your else. So it says if PID is lower than 0, then assign color white. Otherwise, assign one of the player colors depending on what ID you've got.
Okay.
That's it. So, all right, we've got this done. Now I'm bothered by this because the text will still kind of like just be there. And
it also saves a lot of lines this way.
Yeah, sure, but don't know that the advantage is very good. I mean, when you have too many of these ifs, it becomes very difficult to read your code. It's like, I don't know. So there's advantages and disadvantages as usual. All right, so what we're going to do now is we are actually going to change this update completely. We're going to add a coroutine. We don't need to create a variable for it. So just go I enumerator. Enumerator.
We need
this one. Yeah. And call it execute or something. Execute will do. Open round, close round. Okay, save.
And there we go.
Yeah. Now it's happy. We can kill generic though. I don't think we need that. Save. So inside execute, we're gonna have a certain timer. We need to know how long stuff survives for. So for that, we should actually have a serialized field for this. So square bracket, serialized field, close the square bracket, private, float, and call it duration. Give it a default value of 3f, semicolon. And now make another serialized field. 2 square brackets.
Oh, whoops.
I put you on before. So go private, animation curve, and call this one curve play, semicolon.
Player.
Save. Okay. So we're going to use a curve as usual to do certain things. I wonder if we need more than one. No. Yes. I think so. Yes. Change from play to move text.
Move text. Like this?
Yeah. And now copy the entire thing. Paste. I made a mistake.
You put 3.
I know. Paste it now. And change this one to color text. Save. By the way, people on the other side, we don't bother actually using the British or Canadian form of the word color. We're fine with the American form because, you know, it's everywhere in C#, might as well use it. So, right, we're going to use these 2 curves to deal with this thing. We should have yet another float. So copy the, no wait, we got the duration, so that's perfectly fine. We've got what we need. All right, so create a float on the fly inside here. Float, guess what it's gonna be called?
Passing time.
Well done. Equals 0. Forgot something. Okay, so there we go. Now create a while loop. Open a round bracket, and you go passing time lower than 1f. Do lower or equals, just in case. Lower than 1f. Close. Yeah. Okay. So while passing time is smaller than that, passing time plus equals.
It's huge. It always
Yeah,
counts.
this is gonna be a bit different though. Passing time plus equals time dot delta time.
Multiplied by?
Nope, divided by.
Oh. What if I try and delta time first?
Tab divided by duration. Semicolon. So, because we now have a duration as opposed to a speed, we don't multiply but we divide. If you divide the delta time by 3, it means each delta time will be a third of its normal length. It means it will take 3 times the amount of time to get there. So, if it should normally take 1 second, it will take 3. Do you see how this works?
Oh, well, I don't know why it works. I get how you write it, but I don't know why it works that way.
But what do you mean? I just explained it. I'm not sure what you mean.
Like when you said when you divide, then why does it happen that way?
Well, if you're adding a delta time, so delta time is a tiny figure, so I don't want to do that complicated mathematics. Let's say the delta time is 1 for whatever reason, okay? So if we add delta time, passing time is going to be 1 by the next frame. This means we only get 1 frame for this I enumerator, right? Okay. But if you take 1 and you divide it by a duration, let's say our duration is 5, you're going to get a fifth. How many fifths do you need to get to complete the whole thing?
5.
5, right? So if you divide by the amount of time you want something to take, it will take that amount of time. If you instead have a speed, works exactly the opposite. It's the opposite concept. So it will make time go faster to reach 1 faster.
Okay.
But they're essentially identical in principle. We could have said speed is 0.33 and it would have been exactly the same. So we got the passing time. Now down here, let's do a yield return, new wait for seconds, time dot delta time.
Except I could
always. Everyone.
Like the passing time. Let's spell it wrong. New. Except that's just new. Wait for seconds. Where is it? There it is.
Open it around. Time dot delta time. Sorry, I yawned again. It's just that this is riveting. Okay, now here we need to do a bunch of things. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start lerping the text around. Before we can do that, we actually need to store some pieces of information. We need to store the positions. We need to store a bunch of stuff. So we're gonna create a few variables for that. So right here, create a private color array. And call it colors, whatever. Semicolon. And you want a private vector 3. Actually, do a private vector 3. Again, an array. Positions. Another private vector 3. Scales. Scale. Okay, so wait a second. This one should not be private. This one should not be private. And this one should be. Okay, so copy this. Paste it. Paste it. Save. Okay, so these therefore are going to be set in advance. And these ones need to be set on the fly. Okay, so through this. Now you see this if that we did? Now I regret it.
Oh.
Because I want to assign it to things first. We can do it after though. We can do it in this other way. It's not ideal, but we'll do it. So you go, right, wait a second. This was private, so we need to initialize it. So right here you go colors equals new color 2. Color 2. Oh, banana. 2.
Oh, that's different.
Save.
I thought that sounded like a function. So
Fair enough. Colors 0 equals. No.
except I forgot to close the bracket.
Yes. Equals tm.color. tm.color. Semicolon. Colors 1 equals new color, opening it round, and now you feed it colors 0, colors, copy, paste, dot r, comma,
What's R?
red, copy. No,
You
you've
mean we
removed the R.
deleted?
Dot r, yeah, paste, dot g,
Red, green,
comma, paste, dot b,
dot blue.
comma, 0f, close the bracket, semicolon.
So that's so the red of color 0, the green of colors 0, and the blue of color 0, and no alpha.
That's right. So a completely invisible version of the same color.
Mm-hmm.
That's because I'm gonna lerp between these colors.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, we have a scale too. That's interesting. Right. Yeah. Of course, that makes sense. The initial scale is gonna be 0. The final scale is gonna be 1. I think, or something like that. Anyway, we need to go and assign a few of these things before we continue working. So let's go to, actually not before, but I just, I wanted to do it. So let's go to prefabs, mine explosion, there it is. All right, so it's got a duration of 3, curve, move text. We want the text to move fast and slow down at the end.
Okay.
Curve color text. Now for the color text, we want the text to stay fully colored for the vast majority of time, and then all of a sudden burst up to going invisible. So we're gonna take this, which stays on 0 for the vast majority of time, and then all of a sudden it eases into that. Now 60% may not be enough. Let's move it up to say 75%.
Okay.
Okay, so there we go. So that's curve text. You see, that's another bug of Unity's, that it doesn't display the curves. Now positions, we want 2. We started position, I don't remember. So this is for the text. It's actually not great that I called it position. We should have called it text position or something. So let's move this one in again. Let's go take a look at its caption. There's the caption.
Okay.
Wait a moment. Right, we need to set TM first. Man, so many errors. Bad daddy. Quite a few actually. So the caption, right, currently is size 111.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna start at size 000, and it's position 0.3. Let's say that the highest position is 1, and let's say that the final size is 222. No, it's too much. I think 1 was fine. So let's go back to 1. Okay, so position 0.3 to 1. All right, so it's good. Therefore, we're gonna go here, and we're gonna say position 0.3
to
1, and the scales 000 1 1 1.
Okay.
Okay, so apply this. Okay, and now we can delete this. Now there's a few things we need to do. So before we do PS play, we need to assign PS. So PS equals get component particle system. Get component particle system. There it is. Close it, open, close round, semicolon. Okay, ps.play. Good, and tm here, tm equals transform.find, open round, quote. Do you remember how you called the text? Caption.
Caption. Why did you call it caption?
A caption is a text that is present on something, like a label. Yeah. Close the round bracket. Dot get component. And now you're gonna now you're gonna have to specify tmpro dot dot text mesh pro. There it is. Close this, close the of type bracket, open, close, semicolon. There. Okay, that's going fairly well. Now, there is another thing that I would like to do right here, which is assign all of these things right away. So we've already assigned the TM color, we've already assigned the text. We're also going to say tm.transform.position, .local position, my bad, .local position equals positions 0. Semicolon. And now you go tm, copy this entire thing, paste it, type local scale. There it is, 2 down. And you go with scales. Save. Alright, so we've set it to the initial thing, right? And by the way, here at the end, start the coroutine. So you go start coroutine, execute. Tab, open round, execute. There it is, it's already there. Open, close, close, semicolon. Okay, so we're gonna call execute at the end of the setup, and inside execute, finally we get to do all of our juice. Now we can actually get rid of this entire thing.
Bye bye.
Save. Right. Here we are going to say, actually let's make a small change. No, let's leave it as this. What we're gonna say here is the following. We're going to say tm.transform.local position to up equals vector3.lerp.
Finally, the lerp. Except that's lerp.
If only you pressed tab.
But I thought lerp was small enough.
Yeah, fair enough. But it's not the first time I tell you tonight, is it? So lerp now open, and you're gonna say positions 0. It's already there. Like you probably need like 2 letters. Comma, positions 1. Comma, and now we need to feed it almost passing time. We won't feed it passing time yet. We will feed it curve move text.
And then execute passing time.
Not .execute, but .evaluate.
Yeah, evaluate.
Evaluate, open round, passing time. Close round, close it again, semicolon, save. Okay, now copy this entire bajingus.
2 lerps.
Paste it right here.
For scale, of
Let's
course.
go local scale. Actually, let's do some copying. I'm lazy. Copy, paste, copy, paste, paste, save. Okay, so this is for the scale and the position. When it comes to the text disappearing, though, we're going to use it a bit differently. Now, copy the entire thing again. Paste it here. Now, this needs to change substantially. So here you go, color. Okay, save. Now here you want color with a capital C.
Except
Cool. Color, save. All right, and now we need to feed it a color. So copy colors.
I didn't know colors were lerp.
Paste, paste. Color is just a glorified vector 4. It's really nothing that special. We need this one. Copy. And right here. All right, save. So in this coroutine, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lerp through the position in the scale. So we're gonna go up in position. The scale is gonna go up from 0, and the color is going to start vanishing slowly. First, it's gonna be fully visible, and then it's gonna start slowly vanishing.
Okay.
Yeah. And that basically does it. There's one more thing that I want to do at the end, which is destroy it. But I also want to make sure we don't destroy it before the particle effects is actually ended. So just to make sure, we're gonna say while, and you go ps dot is playing, close the round bracket, open the squiggly, and you simply copy the entire
Yield return.
Actually, I think you can do just this. copy, yield return, paste, and go null, semicolon, save, and then at the end, when it's stopped playing, we can finally go destroy open bracket game object, close the round. All right. Now, just for testing purposes, actually no, we don't really need that. No, it's fine. Save.
Save. Okay, done.
It's in a good spot now. So I like this code. What we need to do now is we need to call it. So in our game manager is where we evaluate the landing tile. Now if we land on the mine, that's when we want that particular thing, right? We've already got our prefab, it's already ready. Before we change the turn, we need to make this call. Okay, so you are going to do this. You're going to say instantiate wait a second. This is going to cause us code repetition that is kind of pointless. No, yes, no, maybe, yes, no, I don't know. Open around. Now you want to feed it the PFX tiles, copy, paste it here, square bracket, and you feed it,
Except this is put
and you
there.
feed it the thing, copy, actually, wait, no, don't do it, this, copy this, paste it here, okay, comma, and space, so it needs to be on the tiles position. So what tile are we on? I think it's the active player current tile, this one. So copy this, paste it, dot position, dot transform dot position.
This is a very long line of code.
Dot position, yeah, not done yet, comma. Now wait a moment, for the rotation I need to think this through, because the mine explosion I think already had rotation. Yes, it does. Rotation on the X of 270. What about the tiles? Do the tiles have a rotation? Rotation on the X of 90, so the exact opposite. How do we do this in an elegant fashion? We're just gonna keep the rotation from the prefab. That's what we're gonna do. So we're going to say this thing, copy, dot transform dot rotation. So we keep the rotation of the prefab as we stored it, which is quite nice. Now close the round bracket. Now we need dot get component, open PFX self manager, close, open, close round, dot setup, open round. Now it needs an effect and a PID. So for the effect, we want this thing, copy, paste, comma, and for the player, it should be turn sequence active player, copy, space, paste, close the round, semicolon. Okay.
What a long line of
Now
code.
clearly this is too much of a mess to read like this, so we're gonna press an enter over here, an enter over here, and an enter over here. So now we have this fairly comfortable. Save.
Now it's not sticking out of the
So now we
line.
need to test if this works when we step on a mine, and it's a great note to end. Okay, so to end on. So let's go and test.
Let's see if anybody stomps on the mine.
What do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 5 or a 6? 5 or a 6. Come on, you can do this. Oh,
Except that was an 8.
Rubbish.
Was that refuel?
Yeah.
This guy got a refuel.
Wait, no, you can actually step on a mine. Except he did a 3, so no. Okay. Play again. We're just gonna keep on trying. There's loads of mines all over the place. It's a good way of ending the evening on a more chill note. So this guy ended. I think that's a lost turn.
Yep, that guy lost a turn.
Yeah.
That's what he deserves.
Oh, poor fella. 4.
That's still
2,
not
3,
mine.
4.
Dong, that was a mine.
It did
Except,
go on the mine, but it didn't.
did we forget to instantiate something? Assign something?
I don't think so. He was right there. Unless the effect was in the wrong place. But then we should have gotten an error, I think. Okay, well, we don't know. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to say debug
Okay.
the log open round and just go here. So let's do that for now, and we'll know if we got there.
We should get it right here.
Oh, 5, perfect. Doink.
Hey!
Oh, because it didn't get evaluated. It doesn't get evaluated. I understand. The reason why it doesn't get evaluated is because it depended on it coming from the oil slick, but it should still work. I don't understand. Well, that boom was pretty cool. I think the duration is too long, and I think it's not going high enough. So we're going to make a change. We're actually going to tell it to go up on the y-axis too, and not just on the z-axis. So we're going to say 1 or something. This may be too much. We'll see. Actually, I should probably check it out. So show me how this one looks when the caption is y of 1. No, it needs to go -1, like this. There we go. It's much better. Okay, so -1. Right. No, my bad. Don't change the scale. That'd be silly. -1. Okay, so now again we can apply, and I want the duration to be faster, so we're going to try 2. Apply. Okay. Now that worked fairly well, but it worked only when we landed on the mine and not when we landed on the oil slick. So let's take a look at no brakes. So no brakes, turn sequence, move toward 1, right? And then I don't think we get to evaluate that. Change score, move toward 1. But then again, it does end there, so I don't understand. That's odd. That's odd. Test. We did see though the green boom, so that was pretty good. Okay, 5 again, pure luck, but I'll take it. See, boom.
Boom.
Right. So that's still a little bit. It's a little bit on the long side. Let's see if we get a 4. Yes, incredible.
Boom.
What?
This time it went in the oil slick and slid.
Yeah, so it worked.
It worked?
That's
What?
Why did it not work the first time?
I don't know.
I'm well confused.
So am I.
I don't know, but I see no reason why it shouldn't. So I think we will just. Oh wow!
Man. Oh, whoops! Sorry.
That was interesting. Did you notice that green actually fell further back than yellow? Oh man, that's peculiar.
I didn't see what happened though, so.
I know what happened. What we're going to do in order to avoid that is we're going to move this entire mess further, but because now I think the green will actually count as passing the start. Watch. I mean, it could be cool like this too, but
it's like,
there you go.
Oh boy! Now look at my pawns.
Yeah, that's right. So
so the first guy goes like, "Hey, look, I'm gonna shove you right out of the way." Then, but look at the ton of points I have.
Yeah. Well, right now green is winning big time. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, how did this poor fella? Oh.
Open now.
Right, because he crossed the start too. Because he got overtaken. That's funny.
Oh, that's nice. And now Blue's on the start, but he's not crossing it.
Yeah. That shouldn't be a crossing yet, so.
Yeah, it's just landing. I think we get 2 overtakes there.
Yeah.
This guy's catching up.
Yeah, but watch how green makes loads of points with overtakes. Yeah, we may have a few design defects, put it that way. I want to see if there's another boom. Come on, one more boom, and then we're done.
It's late, yes, we
Do a boom!
Boom!
No, I think it goes over the boom.
Yep, wee-hee.
Rubbish.
It skipped straight over the boom. Come on, give us a boom.
Boom.
Oh boy, look at this, 20.
No, he gives us a, I'm not going to do a turn again. Yeah, hit it.
The Mr. Blue person.
So green, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No boom.
Yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's another boom.
Boom. Oh, I should have taken a screenshot of that. I didn't. Oh well. All right. So we're done for tonight. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again next time, where I think we'll do more of the same, just with the other effects.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.